Hi, this is JD with Wildwood Digital Media. Today we're going to be testing the Viltrox L132 light. It's a small LED light that you can put directly on top of your camera stand. It's small enough that you would want to take it in a situation where there's not going to be a lot of light and you're going to want to throw it in your bag and potentially throw it on your camera rig such that you don't have to carry big lights around. Or more importantly, when you cannot carry big lights around, that's what this light is designed for. So here we have a shot. This is at f2.8, ISO 800. We have the light on 100% power. I have it, I believe, at 5600 Kelvin. And I'm in a very dark room. There is a little bit of sunlight coming in from a far window, but for the most part, I am what's being lit with just this light on top of my Atomos Ninja Flame monitor. Now, important to note that I'm going to be doing several tests here. The first is with the light on, which as you see now. I'm going to turn the light off, and then we're also going to see turn the light off versus bumping the ISO. I can't open this lens any more than it already is. It's a 2.8 lens, and so we're as wide open as we get. And now here we are with the light off. Again, we're going to be at ISO 800. We did not change anything. This footage, I haven't looked at it yet, but I'm assuming it looks terrible. We're too low of an ISO for the lighting conditions, and we're going to need to bump that up. And here we are with the light off at ISO 1600. We'll be doing a comparison now between ISO 800 light on, ISO 800 light off, and ISO 1600 light on and light off. The question I have is, can this save you from having to bump your camera ISO up and you're going to get grainier footage that does not look as good? Basically, can it make your footage look a little bit better by not having to bump your ISO if you carry this light and put it on your camera? And here we are at ISO 1600. The light is on. It's about 3 feet away from me. So the question is the light worth it? It's light, doesn't weigh that much, it's cheap. It's under $60 with a battery kit. Actually, I think the price is in the $30, but you're going to need to get the batteries for that. It uses these standard Sony batteries. With all of that said, if it's $60 and it doesn't work, and it's $60 and a pound, that's a pound too much that you don't need to carry, then I would say don't buy the light. However, it might make a little bit of a difference in some of your footage indoors. This is the type of light that could save you from having to bump up a higher ISO than you would want. ISO 800 versus 1600 or 1600 versus 2400. It can save you a little bit. I didn't use a light meter with it, but know that it's not the difference of 2 EVs or a few stops of light. It's just a little bit of light. It's going to provide you with a little bit of a boost in a dark situation, but when you go outdoors and you're in a situation where the sun is to your back and it's really, really bright, it's not going to save you in that situation. It's simply not powerful enough to deal with overcoming the sun or anything like that. In a dark room that's not really, really dark, like a big party where there's some lights, but they're small and underpowered, and the party is designed to be dark anyhow, and you want to have a light like this, it might help you out. It's not going to save your footage, but it can be a boost. And for that, I would say it's a good value. It's a well-made light. I didn't have any problems with it. I noticed that it's very easy to use, flipping back and forth between changing the power on the light, changing the color temperature on the light, and I think for a lot of you it's going to be a nice fit for on top of your camera. I have it on top of my Atomos Ninja Flame here, and thinking about it, I was thinking I wasn't sure I would use it, but in this current configuration like I have it set up right now, it might be nice to keep and have it as a little extra insurance policy if I need a boost and I don't want my footage to be too dark. So that's my opinion. If you have any questions, post them below. If you like my content, hit subscribe. And if you ever need anything created in the Beaverton, Portland area of Oregon, feel free to contact us. We're Wildwood Digital Media, and I'm JD.